iSheriff's unique cloud-based security service provides unified web, email, and endpoint protection, all via this easy, simple to use, cloud-based management console. As you can see from the web dashboard here, the Web Traffic Overview tab provides a high-level overview of bandwidth consumption amongst HTTP and HTTPS protocols, and how many active users are currently using the web. Also on this particular page, you can see a high-level look at the top websites being visited based on bandwidth consumption, top categories, and also top users. Note that you can actually interact with the dashboard, and for a particular user, for example, you can drill down and look at what the top sites for that particular user, all sorted by bandwidth consumption. In addition to that, you can see security violations. You can see applications, distribution by operating system and the browsers, and also a high-level look at social networking and streaming media bandwidth consumption. Down below, you'll be able to see that Facebook is a very popular site, which isn't a surprise, and there's some streaming media applications, namely YouTube, that's also going on in this particular environment. Under the email dashboard, you'll also see some high-level statistics based on inbound and outbound email traffic. But again, if you look, you'll see the top spam recipients, top email recipients, and again, the top content types flowing in and out of email. The policy triggered events also show you why emails are being trapped, quarantined, or dropped. Under the Endpoint Summary Dashboard tab, you'll see a high-level look at all the endpoint agents that have been deployed to the workstations and servers out there, and all that information aggregates up to this dashboard. So from here you can see there have been a couple of endpoints that have reached in and downloaded signatures in the last couple of days. I can change that duration and look at the activity over the last week. And from here you can see that there are about 4 Mac OS X based machines and a couple of Windows machines that have checked in with the cloud. If there were any infections quarantined, that information would show below, and you would be able to either release those files back to the original folder or, for example, delete them. Another report available here on the dashboard gives you other remote control options over those endpoint agents. So for example, you can decide to pick a workstation and run a full scan on that. You can also update the antivirus. On to the policies. Under Filter Management, you'll be able to access all the policies, whether default or custom created, available to you. In this particular situation, web filter policies and email policies are all visible. So I can take and look at one of these policies and go ahead and edit it and give you an idea of what options are available. So for web, I have a list of categories that I could choose to block or allow. I can even specify at what times of day those particular categories of URLs can be blocked. The categories are organized into these tabs, so you simply sift through there, look for the sites or categories that you'd like to block, and set them accordingly. Data protection is also available, and in this case, perhaps you would not like EXEs or zip files to be downloaded via the web. You come to the Data Protection tab and simply define which content you are not going to allow to be uploaded or downloaded. HTTPS inspection is also available. If you'd like to enforce these types of rules when users are visiting HTTPS based sites, you can simply come here and turn that on, and the iSheriff Web Security Service will handle HTTPS based sites as well. Exceptions are easily editable. And in the endpoint portion of this policy, there's a robust application control feature set here. So if you look at these different tabs, that shows you a list of applications that you can set to be blocked. And in most cases, the applications will not be able to launch. And then under the antivirus tab itself, you'll see a list of options that you can select or deselect as it relates to the security posture that you'd like your antivirus agents to have once they're installed on the workstations. Complete with exclusions and ability to deep scan in EXEs and MSI files. Of course, you can also determine when a scan should occur on workstations. If you decide that maybe you don't want one policy to fit the entire environment, You can create multiple policies, and then you can assign users and groups, for examples, to those policies. Using the AD or Directory Service Integration, you can import users into your console, and then from there, once you're ready to set policy against some of those different users and groups, you simply come under the Policy tab here, and you'll see a list of your policies and the ability to take a group of users and assign them to a policy. Change your mind, simply remove that group of users out of that policy and drop them back into the Members section. Under Email, we also have the ability to edit and review a policy. Let's do that. The policy configuration page for email consists of the ability to set a digest to be emailed out to some end users or all end users. And with that, the end users themselves can control which emails they'd like to release to themselves or delete, for example, if they are captured and being held in the spam quarantine. If you do not want to give end users that ability, a single moderator or administrator has the ability to review the entire quarantine and look it through the emails and make the necessary changes or release emails if necessary. Other options include the ability to determine how aggressive the anti-spam engine should behave for a particular user or all users. Low threshold, meaning less spam, all the way up to very high threshold for spam, meaning they could live with a couple of pieces of spam getting through every now and then. You can also set iSheriff in the path outbound so that emails can be scrubbed and scanned for malware on the way out of your environment. As the administrator, should you choose to look at the quarantine, it's just one click away by simply clicking quarantine here. And what you'll get is the ability to look at all the users that have spam contained within their quarantines, and then the ability to release or delete those emails. Once you're all set up, you always have ability to go back to our support link, click on the knowledge base, and there's a multitude of user guides and in some cases videos available for you to view. Right from the management interface, you also have the ability to create a support ticket. You may also, of course, call our toll-free number or open a web-based case. And last but not least, the report section provides a little bit more in-depth view into the data available, above and beyond what the dashboard provides. And so under web reports, you can see there's a long list of different reports that you can choose for web. You can slice that up and focus on user or by category. And then you can also run the similar reports under email. The endpoint report section under reports provides a list of reports that are more specific to the anti-malware engine. And then the forensic reports tab, also under the reports section, gives you a chart-based view of some additional information regarding the endpoint agents out there. That concludes this brief demonstration of the iSheriff Cloud-Based Management Console, and thank you.